One word that describes the rollout that I'm doing for this album is finally. Before settling on this album, I basically scrapped two albums that I was working on. The first one I started work on almost immediately after God's Money was stolen for drugs, that mixtape being released, because I already knew I could make better. And at first, I was very into the idea. It was called Enter the Destruction. It was a concept record about this journalist going through war. It's pretty much a like the best way I could describe it is like the album version of the movie Civil War that recently came out. But the more that I started to complete songs and finish it, the more that I realized, firstly, me of all people should not be making a political album about how war is bad, because I'm the dude that makes My Little Pony and Amazing Digital Circus songs, so it would just feel weird of me making an entire political album. I didn't think that was going to be the right move. And then secondly, the album was just starting to get dark. It was getting into very dark territory that I wasn't too proud of, and I thought it was just going to be a big downer of the album. So, pretty much like 80% of the way through, I just scrapped it. And then 2026 comes along, and it's already been a shit year. My family dog, Raja, had to be put down. He was getting old, couldn't move. I'm just very happy to know that everyone that he loved was around, and he did not die alone, wasn't at a bed, but that moment was where my idea where I wanted this album to be and come up as started to change. The songs were already in the process, in the works. I definitely had a lot of instrumentals or demos that I knew could bloom into some really great music. Great for me at the very least. And then I started working more and more on that, and just started to make just a collection of songs instead of just like a whole concept record. I do believe this is like the first time that I made an album or a project where it doesn't really have like a whole universal theme in years. The idea of the cover and the title of Authenticity Died a Long Time Ago started honestly like a week before the album was completed. I figured it was just going to be easier to know what the title, cover, and the whole vibe of the album was going to be until at least 90% of the songs were finished. And since then, like, just something clicked. Like, a whole pinch of creativity just happened, and that's when I realized this is the album I want to put out. This is something that I'm genuinely proud of. Like, even like years in the future and looking back into it, I feel like this is going to end up being one of my most personal, more significant projects that really does state who I am as a musician.